Hi, my name is Sean Britt, co-founder of Realtor of Excellence, Africa's first cloud-based real estate company. And in this video, we're going to discuss how you would go about getting a virtual valuation done on your property by an agent that specializes in your area. And the reason you would like to deal with an agent that specializes in your area is that they're not going to be able to physically come and visit your property during the nationwide lockdown. So you're going to want to be speaking to somebody that knows exactly what property prices are doing in your area. And you might think to yourself, is this guy crazy? Why would I need a valuation done on my property at a time like this? And even if I wanted a valuation done, how is it possible during a nationwide lockdown? So let me start with why somebody would want a valuation at a time like this. From my experience, most of the financial institutions are going to want to see assets and liabilities before they agree to a payment holiday, debt relief, or maybe increase your credit facilities. And while it's easy to go and Google the value of your cars, it's not that easy to get a written valuation on what's probably your biggest asset, your home. Another reason that somebody might want a valuation on their property is this nationwide lockdown and the effects that it's going to have on the economy might leave people wondering, would they be in a position to keep their property once the payment holidays are over? And if they could get an accurate valuation on their property, it would put them in a position where they would be able to plan for a worst case scenario. One of the things that a lot of us are doing at the moment is sitting back and seeing how we can bring down our monthly expenses. And maybe you're someone that's decided that you don't want to take the payment holiday, but you would prefer to pay less on your bond than what you're paying at the moment. So the one thing that we must remember is that when we're taking the bond out with the bank looks at what kind of risk we are to them. So in all likelihood, if I was taking out 100% bond when purchasing the property, my interest rate would be higher than if I was taking out an 80% bond and putting 20% cash down. The thing that the bank doesn't look at is 5 years down the line, the value of the property has gone up 15-20%, yet they don't reduce the interest rate now that I'm a lower risk to them. So if you had a valuation on your property, a current valuation on your property, you could go back to the banks and try and negotiate a lower interest rate with them and explain to them that you no longer have 100% bond on your property because the value of the property has increased. And if they don't want to give you a lower interest rate, you could look at taking your bond to another bank. And yes, there's going to be a cost to transferring that bond across to another bank. But if you get a much lower interest rate, you can make up that cost over a couple of years. Then with a lot of people having more free time on their hands at the moment because they can't go to work during the nationwide shutdown, this would be the perfect time to get a valuation on your property and just check that you're not underinsured, or just get a valuation for peace of mind so that you know what your property is worth. So I've covered why somebody might want a valuation on their property during a nationwide shutdown. But how's it even possible if the agent is not going to actually be able to come to the property and have a look at what the property's got? So with Realtors of Excellence being a cloud-based real estate company, we've had to spend an enormous amount of time and money finding the best programs and apps from around the world that support our agents while they work remotely from home. These apps must also allow our agents to give our clients the best possible service, save our clients an enormous amount of time, but at the same time protect our clients' personal information while we're working with them. It is these very apps and programs that are going to allow us to collect the information that we need from you to be able to do a valuation on your property. We then will be able to send that valuation back to you in an encrypted format that only you will have access to. Once you've created your own personal password, you'll be able to share the valuation securely with somebody else using the same file sharing software that we sent it to you with. You'll be able to save it into an encrypted property folder that you will only have access to. You'll be able to download it onto your computer or print out a copy of the valuation so that you would have access to it at any time. The valuation I'm speaking about is not a generic desktop valuation where you tell the agent you have a 3-bedroom property with an ensuite, pool, double garage situated on a 600 square meter plot close to shops and bus stops. And then the agent goes and looks at the average selling price of all the 3-bedroom properties in the area. We're not doing a one price fits all 3-bedroom properties. The information we're going to need from you is a short description of the property And then we're also going to need a few photos or videos of the property so that we can get a really good idea and feel for the property. We collect this information via Google Forms, and all you would need to do is click on the link that we provide and then open up the form, fill in the questions and attach the files for the video or photographs. I'm going to open up one of these forms now and just give you a rough indication of how you go about filling it in. So you start the valuation process by clicking on the link provided. This will open up Google Forms and you will then start filling in the required information: email address, full name, contact number. Please, with the contact number, don't leave any gaps. You would put in the address of the property that you would like a valuation on. Province, unfortunately, we only cater for the Western Province at the moment. Property type, you can choose if it's a freestanding single story or double story property. You can choose the construction type of the property as well, the pitch of the roof. If it is a flat, you would look at not applicable. Your roof type, you can choose if it's a tiled or metal thatch roof. For windows, you'll be able to choose the make of the window, if it's wooden, aluminium or steel. You'll notice we have added some of the files and photos already just to save some time. The one thing that you need to take into consideration is the red asterisks. Those have to be filled in. You click add file and you then go and search where you would have your photographs and go through them and choose the correct photograph that you'd like to add. You add one photograph at a time for each category and then hit open and then go to upload. Once that photograph is uploaded, you can go back to the same room and add another photograph. And what we suggest is that you add probably 1 or 2 photographs for each room or a short video of the room. That'll give us a much better idea of what the property looks like, and we can give you a more accurate valuation of what the property is worth. Just remember, as I said, anything with the red asterisk has to be added, otherwise you won't be able to upload. If you go submit and one of the rooms hasn't had a photo or video uploaded, then it would ask you to upload it, and you click on add file, and then you will go and look for the picture that you want to put into that room. Once you found the correct picture, you would go to open, and then after that upload. Once you have loaded a photograph or video for all the required rooms, you can then go back to the bottom and you have a choice there to request a copy of your response to be sent to yourself, and then hit submit, and it will then tell you that your application has been successful. Thank you for spending the time with me. I've really enjoyed making the video on virtual valuations. And if you would like us to do a virtual valuation for you, please just click on the link that we have provided and I'll make sure it gets through to an agent of ours that specializes in your area. If we don't have an agent that specializes in that area, I'll make contact with you and ask your permission to pass it on to somebody that I know in that area that would be able to help you with a virtual valuation. I'm also going to be leaving you with my contact details, and if you'd like to make contact with me and just ask me any questions, I'd really love to hear from you. So thanks a lot, and we'll chat soon.